How were you after watching the latest linkclick Season 3 trailer? Huh? Me? Oh, I was not okay. And I'm still not okay. But I can't stop thinking about it. The trailer begins with Told Xia Fei saying that he always had the feeling that Lu Guang is hiding something. Actually, that wasn't the first time he expressed that. He already knew since the Britain arc, and they had been friends for only a few months during that time. So yeah, he already figured it out that early. Told Xia Fei may be stupid, but he has a lot of remarkable moments too. Watch this video for more compliments about his genius. Going back, Told Xia Fei didn't push Lu Guang to tell him about it. He was willing to wait until Lu Guang is ready. Season 1 events is around 2 years after the Britain arc time period, but Lu Guang is still not ready. By the way, Told Xia Fei also said that Lu Guang looks mature and composed, which is probably because he seems to know everything. And he's right. But it wasn't only Told Xia Fei who has noticed it. Ling and a number of side characters have mentioned about it too. Most probably, Lu Guang hadn't realized how obvious he has been since he's thinking that he had been hiding it well. Some geniuses can be idiots sometimes. This time, let's check the visuals. The boys are definitely inside their room upstairs in this scene. At first glance, it even looks like they're lying on the same bed, particularly the lower bunk, because the pillow has the same color and design as Told Xia Fei's here. Then Lu Guang appears to be facing the window since the ladder is behind him, while Told Xia Fei is facing the opposite side. And even looking at Lu Guang's face as he was saying those earlier dialogues. Well, that's what I thought at first too. But remember, you cannot fully trust linkclick trailers. Told Xia Fei's dialogue earlier might not even be for this particular scene either. Besides, their double deck appears to be designed for just one person each bed. And if the two of them had been in the same bed and are even sharing the same pillow, they would have to be really close. But these scenes look like there's more space between them, which would make more sense if the bed is a bit bigger. But it's not. Moreover, there had been a scene wherein Lu Guang had the same pillow design on the upper bunk. So yeah, there's a high chance that they're still in their own beds or they're lying in the same bed but in different times. So yeah, I advise that you don't get your hopes up. But I'm not saying that you should give up either. Back to the trailer, so we're now shown with Lu Guang on the train tracks. He's just standing there with the train approaching behind him. But this is probably a part of his nightmare because our Lu Guang is not suicidal. Yes, same with this scene. Don't worry. Even if it's not a dream, keep denying it like me. Anyway, I think he will not die in this scene. Ling must have saved him. With Told Xia Fei not around, I'm afraid he was on panic mode and he's remembering the time when he and Told Xia Fei got separated during childhood. So on this scene, we've got baby Lu Guang outside the train tracks, thank goodness. But the train was running towards the opposite direction. Then, this is most probably part of the same scene of this baby Lu Guang from an earlier trailer. Oh my, maybe he and Told Xia Fei were supposed to meet up, but he thought Told Xia Fei ditched him or something. Oh, my poor baby was left alone. Aww. I didn't see anything. Oh my god, it's the Vane and Lu Guang reunion! Ah! And Vane even greeted him with a
hello.
Oh, Vane, I love your outfit, but how could everyone get a new attire except for you? Huh? Fine, I'll count your baby version's outfit as a new one. Anyway, Lu Guang looked surprised, but he looked way more surprised in an earlier trailer, and he kept on questioning why Vane is still alive in the other parts of this trailer. So on this scene, he must have been expecting Vane already. There's no way there's a random knife within his reach on an alley that he just stumbled into, right? He must have known that he will be seeing Vane there and had even prepared a trap. Oh, our kitty is so clever. Anyway, we next see Vane trying to catch Lu Guang. Was he planning to throw away Lu Guang like how he handled the tugs from the Britain arc? Or was he actually trying to kidnap Lu Guang here? OMG. Well, whichever the case, Lu Guang darling, please be safe. Now, let's talk about this scene. OMG, he's so handsome! Anyway, Vane here is asking someone whether they're not surprised that he rose from the dead. What's for certain is that he isn't talking to Xia Fei, so I considered Liu Xiao, but Liu Xiao was the one who fetched him from the morgue, so wouldn't he have expected Liu Xiao to know already? Or maybe he thought that Liu Xiao just wanted to check on his corpse. Then, well, I also considered Lu Guang, especially if this has happened after their encounter from earlier. But what will they be doing in a dark room? Then maybe this is the same place as this scene wherein he and Li Tianchen are together. So he's talking to Li Tianchen? But Li Tianchen didn't know him before season 3. Or did he? Or maybe he's talking with the new character, so there's no point of thinking about it now. Apparently, this new character has been confirmed to be a boy. I'm a little disappointed because of the lack of female characters in linkclick, but I kind of expected it. Though it looks like this boy will have a pretty big supporting role in Season 3 Part 1, since he was even included in the donghua poster. The likes of Emma and Vivian had never been included there. Then it's becoming more likely that he has connections with Bahati. Oh, I'm so curious. I hope they'll reveal him as early as the first few episodes of Season 3 Part 1. It really annoyed me that they only showed Liu Xiao and Wang Qing around the end of their respective debut seasons. Speaking of Wang Qing, she's wearing a cool suit this time. Oh, she's as beautiful as always. And it looks like she made contact with Ling, so she's no longer in Britain and now in China? Ooh, but why? It's so hard to speculate about it, especially she never even had any dialogue in any of the trailers. She even only showed up now. Music videos not counted. Oh well, my guess for now is that it has something to do with Told Xia Fei's parents. So Jae Lee introduces himself with just his name instead of his full name. It's so funny how similar he is to Vane. Jae and Vane both greet with an English hello, both wear a black turtleneck, both smile a lot, and both look very dangerous. Oh, I want them to meet already. I wonder what Jae is doing in this alley. Was he at the same place where Lu Guang and Vane were fighting? Or was he talking to Ling and Wang Qing? Or did he meet Xia Fei? So many possibilities. Let's now talk about Xia Fei. We see him looking angry and serious again. Well, this scene appears to be the same as this scene of him talking with someone on the phone from an earlier trailer. Someone must have made him angry here. My guess for now is Liu Xiao telling him a not-so-funny joke. But behind Xia Fei look like equipment that are used for making coffee. Then, will we be seeing barista Xia Fei? How many part-time jobs does this guy have? What's with Xia Fei's official Season 3 outfit? Could this be the debut of antagonist Xia Fei? Ooh, I'm excited and nervous at the same time. The previous trailer was talking about Shi Guang trying to rescue Xia Fei, right? But this time, we see Xia Fei meeting up with only Lu Guang. Why? And why is Xia Fei on a higher floor? Couldn't he just have met Lu Guang down on the street? And what's with this awkward smile? Xia Fei, I hope this is not a smile about you being guilty about something. I don't like the idea of him trying to lure Lu Guang to where Vane is. Besides, Xia Fei doesn't seem to know that Vane is alive yet. As long as Xia Fei doesn't know that Lu Guang had something to do with Vane's death, their relationship should still be okay. And it should stay that way. Xia Fei should never know about it because I don't want them to. I'm so happy about Lu Guang and Xia Fei reuniting, but not seeing Told Xia Fei around is making me a bit worried. Maybe Told Xia Fei just happened to be not visible on the screen. Yes, I'll continue thinking positive thoughts for now because there are many other things to be depressed about later anyway. You know, like the text after this scene, which says that some people are about to tear off their disguises. But that seems very applicable to Xia Fei. Anyway, on the Xia Fei scenes, we hear him saying,
你是故意的吗？你明明知道老板他已经死了。
This confirms that Xia Fei still doesn't know about Vane's resurrection, at least in the earlier episodes of Season 3 Part 1. But someone must have told him something which implies about Vane being alive. Because that dialogue was mentioned on the scenes of Xia Fei with Lu Guang, it's giving the impression that he was saying it to Lu Guang. But I can't imagine him having that tone on either Lu Guang or Told Xia Fei. So I think Xia Fei was most probably talking with Liu Xiao on that line. Maybe it happened sometime after he and Liu Xiao met with Ling on this scene, because I can't imagine him being in good terms with Liu Xiao after that reveal. Unless... Let's now look at this encounter that we're witnessing for the first time. Oh, I can't believe we're seeing Xia Fei and Liu Xiao together with Ling first, instead of with Vane or Shi Guang. Anyway, Ling here looks drunk, but I don't think she was forced to do it. Well, I don't think either of these boys will be able to do it anyway. So it's probably because she wanted to try an expensive wine, which Liu Xiao will be paying for, or something like that. But wait, maybe Xia Fei here showed up to Lu Guang because Lu Guang, with or without Told Xia Fei behind him, has actually come to pick up his drunk older sister? Or maybe that's just my wishful thinking. Anyway, back to this conversation. Wait, I can't help but look at Xia Fei's face. It's the same stupid face he had last time. So it looks like at least the three of them are in some fancy restaurant. Oh, Ling and Xia Fei next to each other is such a blessing to my eyes. So, they are talking with Liu Xiao, who puts down something which looks like a photo that is protected by some plastic. Then we see Liu Xiao with that suspicious smile. Oh, how I wish he's not plotting something that would harm Shi Guangling. I know Liu Xiao is talking about some new deal on this scene of him with Told Xia Fei's older siblings, so it's giving the impression that there's an old deal between him and Ling before. But even if we assume that the client of the first case in Season 1 was indeed Liu Xiao, I think it would be strange to call it a deal between them. That one was more of a request or a transaction. So I think that's unlikely to be the old deal which Liu Xiao was referring to. So the trailer might be misleading us, and Liu Xiao was actually talking to someone else with that line. There aren't enough clues anyway, so I think there's no need to speculate about that for now. If what Liu Xiao is showing Ling here is indeed a photo, then there's a chance that he knows about Shi Guang's and or Ling's powers. I mean, he may have come to her as a client on this scene. Ling is the one who normally meets up with the Time Photo Studio clients after all. It will be weird if he was asking to look for Vane though, but it would explain why Xia Fei is cooperating. But of course, it could be some other request. And I suppose another possibility is that Liu Xia was just explaining something to her, and that photo helps in elaborating whatever he's talking about. But the text after that is saying that chaos is coming. Oh no. The clothes here look the same as Xia Fei is here, so this pretty much confirms that Told Xia Fei dived into the past as Xia Fei in order to rescue him, and he's about to dive out on this scene. The next one looked like Told Xia Fei is in some surreal place, maybe the same scene as this one. Told Xia Fei is sweating though, so he was having a hard time for some reason. I'm nervous. Then he is diving out from a field here. What the heck is he doing there? And why was he crashing out? I so wanna know, but I'm also very, very worried at the same time. I wonder who told Told Xia Fei that he might be unwell and they don't believe him. Oh no. I'm having a deja vu on this. Are we going to have another heartbreaking moment like the earthquake arc? Oh, Told Xia Fei is running and crying here too. The poor baby. We finally see Ling with her powers in Season 3. I am still hoping that this scene had nothing to do with her awakening, though that's still better than having this scene happening in reality. Anyway, we now got a confirmation that Li Tianchen found out that Ling has acquired his sister's power. He must have known that from Liu Xiao, since he now has Liu Xiao's symbol on his hand and tries to steal the ability from Ling. I trust that our queen will be able to evade the kid at least as much as Told Xia Fei was able to in Season 2. Though it's also possible that Wang Qing will be helping her because of this scene. Girls helping each other. I like that. The director had confirmed in an interview that a power can be inherited by birth or passed through death, but it's also possible for someone to steal another's power. So if that tattoo is actually a symbol that gives someone the ability to steal powers, no wonder Li Tianchen's target is Ling now. But wait, Liu Xiao was the original person who had that tattoo, so that would mean Liu Xiao can steal powers too? But it's on his chest. Does someone need to touch him or something? Nah, that most likely implies that Liu Xiao's main power is activated through his voice or something. But wait, Xia Fei also received something with that symbol. So if Xia Fei had joined the organization, then that would mean Xia Fei would be stealing powers too? Well, since Xia Fei believes that the one who had killed Vane had superpowers, it makes a lot of sense, OMG. I don't know if Li Tianchen's attire from an old trailer is the same as his black hoodie attire in this new trailer, but assuming that there's no animation glitch, it shows that he doesn't have Liu Xiao's tattoo on his hand yet while in this attire. But he and Liu Xiao were already working together at the end of Season 2, so it would be strange if he went into hiding in black first, then wore his usual attire again after meeting Liu Xiao. Or maybe the tattoo can disappear? It's so confusing. Let's now look into this scene with Cheng Weimin and baby Told Xia Fei. It looked like they're somewhere far from home. And are those cages at the back? Well, Cheng Weimin must be doing some work there and had brought Told Xia Fei along. Or maybe baby Told Xia Fei was here by accident, then his father just came to him. The little baby is frozen in horror. So maybe it's because he saw blood on his father, or something else that is worse than that. Well, whatever it is, Cheng Weimin seems to be trying to protect his son like how the twins' mom had protected her children. I agree that Cheng Weimin had been a terrible father, but we don't know the full story about what happened in the past, so it's hard to conclude that Cheng Weimin is the worst character in linkclick, at least for now. But whatever, Tianchen will always be the most despicable linkclick character for me. Moreover, I'm certain that Cheng Weimin genuinely loves his family. I think he has reasons for seemingly neglecting Cheng Xiaoshi. Wait, actually, I think his situation might be similar to Lu Guang's. Like, he might be doing something sinful for the sake of saving and protecting his family. And I think his wife found out about it later, which is why she went to Britain by herself and left Cheng Xiaoshi to be safe with Xiao Ling's family. Some people might be thinking that Cheng Weimin is some evil guy that is trying to justify or hide his evil deeds from his son on this scene. Well, I also see that possibility since there's a scene of Cheng Weimin in front of a cage and Cheng Xiaoshi even asks, yeah, what the heck did Cheng Weimin do? At present, it seems that Cheng Weimin is working for Bahati and is doing their dirty work. But what if there's something more that meets the eye? Besides, I don't know who said it, but there's a dialogue in this trailer which asks someone if they're willing to take the fall. And it's highly possible that the scapegoat being referred here is Cheng Weimin. People in their universe might be thinking that Cheng Weimin did something bad and was even assassinated for it. There are also these dialogues in the trailer. I don't know who said those lines, but I think some of them had to be related to Bahati or Cheng Weimin somehow. Oh, I'm very curious. Normally, if there's a child pointing a gun at an adult, the adult will either be frozen out of fear or try to make the child put down the gun. Normally. But with Cheng Weimin? Nope. He actually tried to block the gun or disarm the boy. It's also impressive of him to only get grazed from an amateur's gunshot. He has to be someone who is used to danger. I know it makes sense if Cheng Weimin is working for an evil organization. But what if Cheng Weimin is actually a secret agent? Yes, like Jae Lee. After all, someone was saying that the Britain police already had a secret force a long time ago. Why mention about this fact in the trailer? People who hate Cheng Weimin must have been absolutely convinced that he's among the bad guys who held Baby Vane captive here. And that's indeed possible. But what if he's actually trying to save Baby Vane? Alternatively, he might be protecting his son all along. Like what many of you have also noticed, Baby Vane's eyes here are in yellow. So it's giving the impression that he was being possessed by Cheng Xiaoshi. Whether by adult Cheng Xiaoshi or baby Cheng Xiaoshi, we don't know. If it was baby Cheng Xiaoshi, then maybe he was feeling bad about accidentally hurting his father on this scene. In any case, I cannot imagine Cheng Xiaoshi pointing a gun at his father, or anyone else for that matter, no matter how angry he is. No, I don't think this picture could mean anything. But even if he can do it, with Cheng Xiaoshi's personality, I think it's highly unlikely of him to ever dare to point a gun towards family. Anyway, going back to Cheng Weimin, whatever his real job is, I think he was definitely hiding the truth from Cheng Xiaoshi. He might even have an ability to help him with that. Like, erasing memories. If Cheng Weimin has the ability to erase memories, then it's most likely the reason why Cheng Xiaoshi forgot about Lu Guang, why Xia Fei forgot about his past, how he can make the children from Bahati forget about being in there, including Vane. That will explain Vane's interest in Bahati. If we assume that Baby Vane wasn't possessed by Cheng Xiaoshi, then he might have been possessed by someone else. Well, Xiao Ling's and Jae Lee's eye color changes are both whitish, so maybe some people can have similar colors when their powers are activated. So yellow eyes might not be exclusive to Cheng Xiaoshi and his mom, or maybe there's no one possessing him at all. Who knows? He might be wearing contact lenses. Here's a weirder idea. What if yellow is Vane's original eye color and his red eyes imply that his powers are being activated all along? Wait, Wang Qing and Xia Fei both have yellowish eyes. Then that might mean he's related to one of them? But the idea of Vane and Xia Fei being brothers by blood is... Oh my gosh! Nah, that's too weird. Red must be his natural eye color because he looks better with that. So, if none of the earlier theories were accurate, then maybe it was simply an animation glitch. After all, that's not the first time the animation studio made a mistake on the yellow eyes. It seems safe to speculate by now that Vane might have been some test subject, or maybe he was actually recently kidnapped on this scene. Or both. Well, if Vane was indeed an experimental subject, that would explain his monstrous strength and even his resurrection. Actually, I won't be surprised if all of the main cast used to be experimental subjects. Well, except for Xiaoshi. So far, he is the only one who is confirmed to have acquired the ability by inheriting it from his mom. I think the twins are special cases too, but that's a topic for next time. Back to Baby Vane, this scene might be the same as this scene with Cheng Weimin approaching a cage. Well, we see cage bars on the scene when the cartridge case had fallen. Maybe this is a scene that happened before this one. Then that would mean it was Cheng Weimin who freed Baby Vane, and the little sweetie had mistaken Cheng Weimin for his kidnapper, which is why the baby was panicking like that. Or maybe the trailer is just making us think that Baby Vane was inside the cage, but there's actually someone else. My head hurts. By the way, it's cute that Vane's clothing style since childhood is similar to his style when he grew older. Same color team and even the same eyeliner. But he has no piercing yet, so no earring yet, and his necklace used to be bigger. Then, hair in a ponytail instead of braids. Maybe his hair is a bit shorter here too. And he's wearing the jacket properly. And he has Chinese-style collar with plus signs. Cute! Oh, I want more of Baby Vane. I initially thought that this is Baby Vane being controlled by adult Liu Xiao. Puppets are usually associated to Liu Xiao because of the Train Trail music video and is even shown literally dancing with the marionette in the Pain music video. But the shoes looked weird to be Liu Xiao's, and thankfully, some fans had been able to point out that the one behind Puppet Vane is actually Lu Guang. Yep. That's definitely Lu Guang's brown coat. So this scene is most likely going to explain how Lu Guang orchestrated Vane's death in the Britain arc. I'm so excited! This scene must have been the moment when Ling had finally asked Lu Guang why she's been seeing visions of him with the dying Xiaoshi in his arms. Ling had always been the one who asks Lu Guang the hard and even awkward questions, and Lu Guang had always been honest to her about it. So the time has finally come wherein Ling confronts him about the secrets he had been hiding. He also admits about exploiting the power he got from Xiaoshi. Maybe he was referring to breaking the rule of changing the past. Or maybe, although Xiaoshi had asked him to save everyone, he didn't want Lu Guang to kill anyone. But Lu Guang went ahead and tried to kill Vane anyway. So now, Lu Guang has finally verbally admitted that he has been breaking the rules for selfish reasons.
我无法一个人活在那个没有你们的未来。
I always knew that he couldn't live without both Xiaoshi and Ling by his side. But hearing him say that himself, it's so like... I think I covered a lot about the latest trailer, but I'm certain that I still missed something. So, do you have something to add? Let us know in the comment section or in the channel's community posts. Let's all cry about how much of a goner Lu Guang is going to be. You know, that's not all the season 3 hints that we've got so far. There's actually more if you look into the Dream Out music videos and the Chibi episodes. But I'll overthink about those in another video. By the way, did you guys enjoy the video? I hope you liked it. I'm worried about talking too much about the trailer that's just less than 2 minutes long. I wonder how I'll maintain my sanity once the 3rd season finally premieres. But anyway, everyone, thank you so much for your time and for watching this video. See you again and take care!